see the class poster, you recognize the word yoga, and then you realize the entire schedule is in Spanish. Do you walk in or pretend you were only looking for the restroom?
The restroom excuse is classic.
You've used it?
More than once. I would stare at a dance studio, nod thoughtfully, and walk away as if I had just made a very important decision. Meanwhile, the decision was simply, can I ask when the class starts?
Welcome to Spanish for Nomads, episode X1E. I'm Sarah Thompson with Carlos Mendez. Today, you'll learn useful Spanish for joining a local class while improving your habits and connections as a nomad. Let's get started.
And we are keeping this practical. 7 phrases can take you from hovering outside a community class to asking about the time, your level, the cost, and what happens next. Master the language, master your nomad life. But begin with one brave sentence.
Exactly. A recurring class is also easier than random networking. You return to the same place at roughly the same time and gradually recognize the same faces. You don't need to build a whole social circle in one night. You can become familiar first.
Right. Repetition does some of the social work for you. The first week, you say hello. The second week, someone remembers you. By the third week, you are asking how their week is going, and suddenly Spanish practice is attached to a real person, not a flashcard.
So, what is the first thing a beginner usually needs to know?
The schedule. Say, ¿Cuándo es la clase? It means, when is the class? Slowly. ¿Cuándo es la clase? Now naturally, ¿Cuándo es la clase?
When's the class? I like that it gets straight to the useful detail. No complicated introduction, no explanation of your travel history.
Exactly. And if the answer flies past you, don't freeze. Ask, más despacio por favor. More slowly, please. That is a bonus rescue line, not one of the 7 essentials. Real conversation is allowed to slow down.
The second essential is soy principiante. That means I'm a beginner. A useful approximation is soy principiante. Soy principiante. You are not apologizing. You are giving the instructor information.
And say it with a relaxed face, not the expression of someone confessing a crime.
That is very specific.
Because I have seen it. Soy principiante helps a teacher choose simpler instructions, show you the basics, or place you with the right group. It also gives you permission to learn in public, instead of waiting until you feel magically ready.
Next, ask, ¿Hay espacio? Is there space? Slowly. ¿Hay espacio? I is one quick sound, and espacio is espacio. This works for a class, a workshop, or a waiting list.
Then ask what to bring. ¿Qué necesito traer? What do I need to bring? Try, ¿Qué necesito traer? You might need a mat, an apron, comfortable clothes, water, or nothing except yourself.
And don't get trapped trying to perfect the Spanish R in traer. Be understandable, keep moving, and let context help you. Confidence is not flawless pronunciation. It is staying in the conversation.
Now protect your budget. ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? Slowly, ¿Cuánto cuesta? Ask directly because prices, materials, memberships, and drop-in rules vary.
And a healthy routine does not have to be expensive. Try a library workshop, a community center activity, a free cultural program, a walking group, or a public class. Asking the price is part of taking care of your money and your future self.
The 6th phrase lowers the risk. ¿Puedo probar una clase? Can I try one class? P-W-E-D-O, probar, una, clase. You can test the level, the teaching style, the atmosphere, and how your energy feels afterward.
That matters. Choose a class you can repeat, not one that looks impressive online but destroys your schedule. Consistency before intensity.
Yes, a simple walking group you actually attend beats an expensive workshop you cancel every week. Your body gets movement, your brain gets repeated Spanish, and your social life gets repeated exposure.
And the seventh phrase is the social one. ¿Te gustaría tomar un café? Would you like to have a coffee? Slowly. Te, gu, sta, ria, to, mar, un, ca, fe.
I want to challenge that one a little.
Go on.
One-on-one, it can sound personal. Depending on the setting, the other person might hear it as a date invitation. I would not make it the automatic next move for a nervous beginner.
So lead with the group version. ¿Van a tomar un café? Means, are you going for coffee? Or to several people, ¿les gustaría tomar un café? Would you all like to have a coffee?
Exactly. The individual phrase is still useful when the moment feels comfortable, but it is optional. Language is timing, tone, and reading the other person's comfort, not just vocabulary.
Let's put the essentials into one doorway conversation. I'm the beginner, and you're the instructor. I have been staring at your sign for 5 minutes.
I'll try to look welcoming.
Hola, perdón, ¿cuándo es la clase? Hello, excuse me, when is the class?
Hola, buenas tardes. Es los martes y jueves a las 7. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7.
Más despacio, por favor. Los martes y jueves? More slowly, please. Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Sí, los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Yes, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 in the evening.
Soy principiante. ¿Hay espacio? I'm a beginner. Is there space? ¿Qué necesito traer? What do I need to bring?
Yeah, there's a space. Comfortable clothes and water. A mat is helpful, but we have a few here.
¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Puedo probar una clase? How much does it cost? Can I try one class?
La clase cuesta 10 euros, y la primera es de prueba. The class costs 10 euros, and the first one is a trial. Your local details may be different, so confirm the current schedule, price, and registration process.
That conversation was short, but it moved me from uncertainty to a decision. And after the class, Carlos can become a classmate. He says, Hola, soy Carlos. I say, Hola, soy Sara. Then I ask, ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? That is a natural next step, not another test.
Then, remember the name. Ana, mucho gusto. Nice to meet you, Ana. You do not need brilliant small talk. Use one name, ask one easy question, and return next week. Weekly presence builds trust.
That repeated contact can soften loneliness too. A busy nomad life can still feel disconnected. A recurring activity gives your week structure and gives other people a chance to notice when you show up.
Small habits, big connections.
Here is your immediate practice. Pick one recurring activity within reasonable distance. Find its current contact information or location. Then record a 30-second voice note. Hola, ¿cuándo es la clase? Soy principiante. ¿Hay espacio? ¿Qué necesito traer? Listen once, not to criticize your accent, but to check whether your message is clear.
Shadow the first two with me. ¿Cuándo es la clase? When is the class? ¿Cuándo es la clase? And soy principiante. I'm a beginner. Soy principiante. One more time if you need it. Daily practice builds real confidence. You now have the 7 essentials. ¿Cuándo es la clase? Soy principiante. ¿Hay espacio? ¿Qué necesito traer? ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Puedo probar una clase? And when the context feels comfortable, ¿te gustaría tomar un café?
You do not need all 7 to sound perfect before you begin. You need enough language to open the door, enough courage to ask for a slower answer, and enough consistency to return. Learn Spanish while upgrading your life.
If you want a complete system for practical Spanish, stronger habits, confident communication, better energy, and deeper local connection, join the Spanish for Nomads course. You'll get daily beginner-friendly lessons built around situations you actually face abroad.
Start today. Find one class, rehearse the phrases, and make one inquiry. Your next familiar face may be inside the activity you almost walked past.
Speak Spanish, build your tribe.
That's it for today. Practice these phrases and habits this week. Remember, learn Spanish, optimize yourself, and connect deeper.